Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video, we're going to talk about, well, a little bit of Dokkan history. This is a new series. I'm going to start on the channel talking a little bit about the history of Dokkan. But I want to talk really back to the first anniversary, because there was a time in Dokkan's history where Strength Gogeta, the first anniversary unit, Strength Super Gogeta, was basically so OP that the game didn't want you to have him. But that's not really the case. Essentially, to surmise it for people, the rates for SSRs were 7% and then reduced to 5%. People misremember it a little bit, but there was a huge problem at the time because essentially people really struggled to get Gogeta, and that rate drop happened silently on global, which made a lot of problems. If you look at summon rates, you see that a featured SSR is 5%, but an SSR is 5%. So you get about a 10% chance with a 5% chance of the featured. What happened in the first anniversary is the first anniversary banner released 8th of July 2016 on global. The SSR rate is 7% across the board as per usual. Nothing crazy happened. There was a 3+1 discount banner, 7% SSR rates. This was of July, pretty good. Then, right, on July 11th, the 3+1 banner is replaced with the standard Strength Gogeta non-discount banner, and there was still 7% SSR rates. So still 7% SSR, no problem, very cool, very chilled, no issue. Then, on the 26th of July, the Strength Gogeta banner was reduced from 7% to 5%. So basically, about 3 weeks after the initial release of Gogeta, the rate of SSR roll pulls was reduced from 7% to 5%. This happened on the back end. It was done very quietly, and so this caused huge controversy at the time. They have actually done it since then. They did it on the Christmas banner with SSB KK Goku. But a lot of people misremember it as being 5% off the initial banner. But actually it was 7% and then dropped down. The thing was is at the time, Strength Super Gogeta was by far and away the strongest unit in the game. And this isn't a discussion around, oh, is he potentially... At the time in Dokkan, there was not as nearly as much endgame content as there is now. And Dokkan events were actually your endgame content almost. His 2500 attack and key leader skill, along with his effective against all types, and him being the highest damage unit in the game at the time, basically meant that Gogeta was like not only the best unit in the game at the time, but it was like a whole new iteration of Dokkan had begun, which was technically true at the time. So his leader skill was the equivalent of like us getting a 400% leader skill now. It was such a huge impact on the game that people had to have him. And so when people were summoning and still not getting luck, and then the banner rates dropped, it was a huge controversy, because it was like, wow, this is why I didn't get him. The rates have changed. Although not the full case, because like I say, ultimately at the end of the day, it was 7%. It is still very interesting, because very clearly, Gogeta was so good that they decided you didn't need him. But yeah, it's very interesting to look back at the first year. I think there's lots of stuff in Dokkan to talk about and discuss. But this rates banner fiasco was one of many and has spawned a ton of memes. People to this day don't trust the rates on banners because of it. It was a huge moment in the game.